coming, the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Read to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets done. So much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back streets. You never know if you don't go. Wow. You never know if you don't fall.
Wow.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. See,
Guys,
it fits
that's
perfectly.
like my favorite moment from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia ever is when they cut to them in the bar and they're hammered drunk singing Boys to Men.
What is it? Is it the end of the road? Singing?
It's so hard
Yeah.
to say goodbye.
Oh man.
Woo! All right, guys. Welcome back to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start as we do every week by reminding you to reach out to Caddyshack of New Hamel, Illinois. Caddyshack now has a link on my very own website, jacobv.com. There's a link that takes you right to Caddyshack for all of their information about donating, volunteering, helping out. Welcome to the show. I just got off a hot game of trivia at the Blue Wood Brewing. I just got off a hot weekend of gigs with the No Antics. Friday night at the Heavy Anchor was awesome. That whole set is on the Patreon. You can hear the whole thing pretty well. You're mostly going to be looking at my face the whole time. But it's my Patreon. So that's what it's for. Matt, remind me to get on Sweetwater and order Colin a cough button.
Yeah, I need that.
I also, Saturday, had a pretty blistering gig with the Blinded by Stereo in the Barrel Room at the Alpha Brewing. I also finally figured out how to get a video of that onto the Patreon this weekend. That was a lot of fun. This episode, Jacob V Weekly, is brought to you by Blinded by Stereo. Two of the dudes are here with me.
Yo.
If you're just listening, you can't see that I'm looking at Colin and Matt from Blinded by Stereo, and we're here for a very special reason. Not just what we always talk about. We do have an LP, a vinyl record you could order from Bandcamp. Matt will mail it to you himself. We've been talking about that for a long time. It's very exciting. It's great stuff. But this weekend, we get to open for Mr. Flo Rida.
Mr. Rida.
Mr. Ride or Die. At some kind of NASCAR shindig, just over, with the Satanists in Illinois. I'm really excited about it. We have some kind of premium spot. I feel like we're Eric Clapton at Antigua.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We get 2:30 to 3:30 on the Saturday of a 3-day festival.
Well, we also play right after the truck race ends.
And there's a truck race right before us. People are going to be drunk. They're going to be horny as shit.
Yes.
Because they just fucking were rolling coal, brother. They were listening to the fucking... How many Vs do they have in those?
8. I think it's 8 in those.
I like
think
8.
it's 8.
Yeah, it's 8.
I got to have 8.
You got to have 8.
I got to have 8 cylinders.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't excited about it until it all became kind of real. And it's not all perfect. Things are going to be hard. It's going to be 96 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
We let Tyler be in control of some of the details. So that's been weird.
Yes.
Tyler, longtime listener.
Yeah. Fuck them. And, but I don't know why. I mean, the other people that are on this, there's somebody more important than us that's going to play less time, is what I'm saying.
Yes, I think that's really
And that's really all I want. I don't even care if it leads to anything. If this is the last thing I ever do, as long as, I got my foot in the door ahead of Dr. Chevegas or whoever. We're above them on the flyer, which I just thought was great. Being that I'm from here and I have to,
We're really high on that flyer.
It's crazy.
We're like
it's crazy.
We're like right under.
It's
Mr.
a blessing.
Rida.
I'll tell you one thing. It's a blessing.
Yeah, the cosmic hookup was given to us.
Yeah. You know what? 8 of my 12 houses are in Capricorn. So I've been dealing with that.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
My birth chart.
Okay.
See, what happens is when you're born,
Yes.
something about where the planets are when you're born determines some of your astrological leanings, right? Mm-hmm. And so it depends on where you're born and when.
So you have 12?
12 houses. That means like 12 points of contact that make up your astrological birth chart for like our solar system or whatever.
Okay.
And so the different planets and the sun and the moon.
So are you a Capricorn?
I'm a Capricorn.
And 8 of your 12 houses are in Capricorn.
Right. My birth chart looks like there was some kind of traffic jam. Like it looks like there was, because there's like, usually it kind of just looks like a random kind of arrangement of all the planets in a formation or whatever. In mine, there's like a bunch like huddled together. Like there was like some kind of a meeting.
So is there like some way we can, like Voltron, assemble the other 2 houses of Capricorn for you?
Yeah, that's a wicked good idea.
I think I need less Capricorn is what my astrological advisor tells me.
You have an astrological advisor.
Yeah, we did 3 episodes of
Yeah.
this show earlier this year, and we talked a lot about this, and apparently it makes total sense to her, and all of my eccentricities with my Capricornedness.
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't your birthday just happen?
It did. Yes.
Does that make you a Gemini?
No, I'm a Taurus.
I knew it.
Yep.
We talked about this.
My first car was a Taurus.
Those were good cars. There was
that's-
the premium.
It was a sedan.
Yeah, but then they did a line of the nicer ones with all the shit in them, and they
Yeah,
were
the
nice. I
the
remember
SHO
that's when
was
you would
nice.
have the radar detector on your
yeah.
dash.
Oh yeah.
You got to have one of those.
Now the cops use Tauruses. Those are the interceptors now.
Yeah. No,
What happened to the interceptors?
the Exploders.
The Exploders?
They drive Exploders too.
Oh, Explorers. Yeah.
They drive Exploders. They drive Tahoes.
Yeah.
This coming Saturday, June 3rd, Blinded by Stereo at the Confluence Music Festival at the West. What is it called?
The Worldwide Technology Raceway.
The Western World.
Yeah.
.gov. Gateway to the West. Spirit of the East.
It's just east of Waterworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Flo Rida's going to be there. No big deal.
I hope we get to meet Mr. Rida.
I just want to take a picture of him. I hope he's got all his makeup on all day.
Me too.
I like, because somebody like him, what they'll do like the foundation and stuff, but on his whole head. And that's what I like. I really like to see that.
I'm just glad that you have a preference about that.
Yeah. I mean, if that head ain't caked up, you know, that's spooky looking.
Yeah. Yeah. If that head ain't caked up.
Yeah, if that head ain't caked up, who was that guy, Elliot something, that was on the TV here?
Elliot Smith.
He did. You paid for it. The guy from Channel 5.
Yeah, it's Elliot,
Easton.
no, darn, I can't. I want to,
I keep wanting to say Elliot Page. That's not who we're
That's
talking
not-
about.
No.
my,
That's not the guy.
No. That's a different guy.
It's a different guy.
It's a different guy.
yeah, but yeah, and, because after all, St. Louis, you paid for it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
on
he
Fox,
was
too.
he was really into prostitutes.
Really.
Was he?
Oh God, yeah. He liked young women that had a drug problem. They were his favorite. Is he still around?
I had no idea.
I should call him.
Yeah.
Elliot.
What
Is it Sam Elliot? No, that's
No.
the
No,
guy.
no, that's
Beef, it's what's
the
for dinner
stranger.
guy.
Yeah, that's the stranger from. God, I gotta look this up now, because I just remember he was like the only guy in town that would really like harass people when they were coming out of the city hall or the courthouse or wherever. It's like, oh, you know.
How'd it go?
You know, just like, oh, like that.
Oh yeah.
Elliot, you paid for it. Let me see here.
Man Googles
Elliot Davis. There we go.
Davis.
Yep.
Davis.
Man.
Elliot fucking Davis.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could always expect him to be on the 9 p.m. KTVI Fox 2, and then he was like the weekend, like the Sunday 5 o'clock anchor 2 that like that was regularly bumped for football games, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
his gig.
Yeah.
Because he'd go down, he would go hang out
Yeah.
I forget where he used to hang out. I feel like I saw him in the Loop all the time.
Really?
That's high profile for him. That wouldn't make any sense.
Are there a lot of hookers in the Loop?
Not like there used to be, I'll tell you.
Hookers in the Loop is the title of
Hookers
our next
in the Loop. It's sex workers.
I thought it
you
was
guys.
hookers in the Louvre.
Excuse me.
In the
It's
Louvre, yeah. Let's class this up a little bit.
Sex workers.
It's about
in the
Mona
Louvre.
Lisa.
I was talking about the rugby players. Hookers.
No. So, I feel like it's been a long time since we certainly haven't done a Blinded by Stereo episode since Colin was on
That's true.
on board.
Well,
with
no,
the
we did the road podcast.
Oh,
on the way to
that's it.
Sydney.
Oh yeah, the road.
We did do a
Yeah,
road
the road
sody.
cast. Well,
Yeah.
we were worried about the. That was when the.
Well, and
the
you know we were
rental was,
supposed to
like,
do
gonna
one.
explode
We were supposed
Oh, yeah,
to
it
do
was
one
an
on the way
exploder.
back, but you know why we didn't do one on the way back?
because Tyler was sick and Eric made me ride with him instead.
Yeah.
That's not why I didn't do one on the way
Because
back.
you fell asleep and I drove the whole fucking
But
way
do you
home.
know why I like I was ever gonna drive?
Well, at least you could have talked to me. Tyler was just moaning the whole time, and you were.
Yeah, I
asleep.
like how Erica's like, well, I just had to sit in here with this COVID bat for 12 hours, so you can have them this time. I'm like, good. So now we can all go down with the ship.
You can have
I have this gaseous corpse in the front seat.
Oh my god.
And then, but you know why I was upset?
Why?
because I'm more fun than Tyler.
We just talked about this.
We did.
Why was I upset? Why am I still upset?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a premium hotel room,
I forget.
and Jake has a strong. like I don't think I've ever seen Jake be truly upset, but when you tell him that
I
He's
think
so
we talked-
angry.
I think we talked about this briefly on the
Yeah.
podcast, but so what happens is Blinded by Stereo is in demand all over the globe.
This is true. This is
So
true.
we get the call. We got to go play a pizza joint in Dayton, Ohio. And you know what? We are not going to turn our back on the bat signal.
You're goddamn right.
So we crawl in. What was it? A Yukon?
It was a expedition.
It was an expedition.
Yeah.
Oh, I love an oversized fucking box of shit. I love it. A big Ford, like, or what was the one before that? The Excursion. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
How
Oh,
many
I-
V's do you
Seats
think?
10.
How many?
My
V's
uncle
do you
has
think
the
were in
V10 Triton fucking Excursion
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
That's like 100 years
Oh,
old.
he has one of those.
Oh, brother,
Oh,
yeah, dog.
that's better than the. Well, I mean, he could have had the diesel, but
That's
instead,
the road champion of the Ozarks, Daddy. He'll snatch you up. What were we talking about? So we got in a
hotel.
rental because we have connections. We have heavy, deep connections to transport and hospitality all over the globe.
Yes, we do.
Everywhere on earth, I will go to the desk and I will say, I am gold medallion. And this is such a case where we got the hookup on the rental, got the hookup on the hotel through,
Eric had points.
Eric had his points. I mean, he's a jet setter. He's a businessman.
businessman.
He's a global tycoon. And so we cashed in some points through a third-party vendor to book this hotel room, and it looked like a fucking hospice facility. It didn't even have a lobby. When I was a kid, even the fucking Holiday Inn had a fucking lobby with a fountain. You know what I mean? What happened? We used to be a nation.
It didn't have a
now
lobby.
you go in, you're in like Magneto's prison cell.
No, it
It's
was
true.
it was like the
They buzz you in. There's 5 grown men with really tight jeans on. Even the fat one has skinny jeans on, and they're stuffed into Magneto's prison cell from the X-Men with all of their luggage. And then you would think Mr. Hilton himself was working the desk on a Saturday night in Dayton, Ohio. It wasn't even Dayton anymore. It was like fucking
Yeah.
West Palestine.
Yeah, outside of Dayton.
And for some reason, Eric and the lobbyman,
What was that guy's name?
I don't give a fuck, and I'm not going to guess because it's going to come across as insensitive as I guess.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Josh.
I was not
Josh?
going to guess Josh, so I'm so glad I didn't guess. So Josh,
We'll say it was Josh. Yeah.
is disagreeing with the price, which isn't even really relevant to me getting in the goddamn room because the reservation was made.
Hadn't
And-
it already been paid even? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
and he keeps calling his boss, and at one point I hear him say to his boss on the phone in front of us, this is a premium hotel. Why are we selling rooms for $75 a night? Because I guess one of the rooms with the deal or whatever was ringing up as only $75, which is also, guess whose business that is? Fucking not mine.
Well, not Josh's either. Fuck Josh.
Yeah, who cares? He's working the desk.
At-
Like,
And
What
this is
time
what I
was
said to you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, Josh, we are the only thing standing in between you and your PlayStation. We are the only living people you have to see for the rest of the evening. Please let me get up to the hotel. Let the Monday guy worry about how much the room was.
Yeah. So the thing is, he was just really looking out for Mr. Hilton. Although I don't think it was Hilton. I think it was like Hillsong or something like that. It was not a chain, I don't believe.
no, it was
Hillsong is a CCR group.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely one of those just like
Maybe
mid
a regional chain.
Yeah, maybe, but it was definitely.
It's one of those long-term corporate hotels. Like you
Yeah.
you go to fucking work for 2 weeks in Indiana to fire everybody, and you stay at this place, and you can have your Cobb salad, and you can have
What
your
Cobb salad? Are you kidding? There wasn't even there wasn't
no
even a
food,
vending
yeah.
machine.
No,
in
no,
that
no.
place.
I mean, you bring
know
it
that
from the
because
Whole
I didn't
Foods
eat
at the airport
anything.
or whatever.
I didn't eat anything, and then I had to have like a peanut butter cracker package or something at the gas station.
Yeah.
That was my dinner.
Yeah.
After Jake drove us 45
Well,
minutes.
and
In the
Tyler
wrong
acts like
direction.
Tyler acts like he was sick because of the street barbecue he and I ate at 1 a.m.
Street ribs was a bad choice. for
No,
salad.
but I had
That's
the
an
exact
excellent
same thing he did, and I ate the entire thing, and I was fine.
Yeah, that's true. But he might have just got a bad rib.
I
Well-
slept because I didn't get. And here's the other thing about hotels: how come every time I stay in a hotel, I don't get any sleep?
Well, it could have been your phone going off
No.
every 10 minutes.
That was Joe. Joe felt left out.
every 10 minutes, and you have "What Is Love" as the ringtone or whatever. And
No, it's I feel good.
okay, yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. It's true.
Yeah.
I feel good, and I was not feeling good.
Yeah.
I was less than impressed. The thing is that you are an unwakeable being. I could not. I could not rouse you.
I do like to be roused,
Well, not aroused.
but it doesn't happen easily.
You don't like to be aroused?
Um,
And I couldn't unlock your phone, so then I was just fucking sitting there.
Why didn't you just hit the thing on the side that turns the
Listen,
volume?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he might have been laying on the phone actually. Now
I
that
probably, but I probably just out of the side of my gut, it was just the speaker, so you could still hear it. You couldn't touch any of the buttons because they were absorbed into my mask, but you could hear the speaker because I
hear
just left you a little
just a little.
peek.
That's where you just go. Get a bunch of soap on your hand from the bathroom. And
I don't
you,
like where this is
and-
going, Colin.
And you just kind of lube
I
it
don't
up.
like where this is
You
going,
just
Colin.
slip in there and just grab it real fast.
Slip sliding away.
Exactly.
Anyway, great trip. We had a
Um,
good time. Played well.
But that's why we didn't do a roadcast part 2. I always say I'm going to do more roadcast than I do. Siesta Key, we did 4, I think, and that was a lot of fun.
yeah, you were furious about the room.
But it's a premium hotel, guys.
It's a
That's why the
premium
water
hotel.
smells like eggshells.
Well, yeah, and we got.
That's why they painted over the roaches.
Well, they
It's
gave
a
us
premium hotel.
they gave us one single Pepsi can in each room.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
considering there were 5 of us, you know.
yeah, Pepsi can.
Oh, I love the Pepsi can.
Anyway, great experience.
It was a great experience. I loved it.
I could drive back there right. If I thought that guy still worked there, I would drive back there right now.
He
just
might
to-
still work there. We
just
could
to
go,
talk.
we could go
Yeah,
check.
you would think he owned the motherfucker.
He didn't seem to have many other prospects of
Yeah,
employment.
we could go check. You want to do
You
doing
know
anything
what, though?
Sunday?
If I had something that required some financial
call him?
gatekeeping, I think I would hire him.
Should we call him?
We should try and call and see if he's there.
What's the place called?
Ah, fuck.
I thought it was like Homewood Estates.
I
or
don't
something
think it's
like that.
Homewood because that's like a chain. That place would have a lobby because they serve booze at Homewood.
Wasn't
Like-
there a what? There was like an Arby's right there or something.
Yeah,
What was next to it? Because I bet I could find it.
it wasn't right in Dayton though. Arby's in Dayton. Anyway,
Arby's in Dayton.
Anyway, it was a good time. But yeah, the road cast was a good cast, but it's nice to be here. We've got cats.
Yeah, I
playing
mean the
amongst
audio
us.
here is always a lot better. We
Yeah.
can stream live like we're doing right now. We're on YouTube and Facebook and whatnot. You know what I was thinking about is I need to figure out how to on the homepage of my website for this to pop up when we're live, for that to just happen. The website's looking really good. If you haven't been to jacobv.com, it gives you access to everything else
It
that
does
we
look
talk
really
about.
good. And my favorite part is that I said you went with a salmon color and you corrected me.
It's Fiesta Red.
It's Fiesta Red,
Yeah.
and that's in line with the theme.
Yeah. There's Fiesta Red all over the room. My megaphone is red.
Yes, the Nord is red. It's
The
more of
Nord
a-
is red.
It's not exactly Fiesta,
No, but it'll do.
but when you get a signature model, you could do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I would change is the paint. Of all the things, you guys got this. I think we do my own signature run, just slightly pinker, just a little, ever so gently, pink, just like a breath of pink on top of what you have already.
Yeah, I mean, why mess with a good thing?
Yeah, I mean if it ain't broke.
Right.
I'm just scooping some stuff around on my
Yeah,
screen
sometimes you
here.
just gotta
The
scoop
live stream is always a work in progress. It's growing all the time, but it's I don't know. Like I kind of have. I mean, I need to save this as a preset because I like how you guys are. I can see you. You can see me.
I can see the back of you.
I'm also up there.
I can't see that.
You can't see that.
Now there's a television and a stand-up bass in the way.
Yeah, it's kind of Sanford and Sons down here. So another thing I wanted to talk about, let's now that we're getting back into the thing. There's so much coming up on jacobv.com. There's a live page that's new. I needed to do this 10 years ago, and I don't know. I'm ill, okay? But we're around to it. So the gigs from last weekend are on there. This weekend, Confluence Music Festival, Blinded by Stereo. The festival is the 2nd through the 4th. We're playing the 3rd at 2:30, I believe. Tentative. These things change sometimes. Flo Rida may need us to play all day. I don't know. I mean, we'll let you know. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Jacob V and the Yes Men are doing a free show at Bluewood Brewing Saturday, June 24th. That's going to be the last kind of local performance of that lineup before Chris moves to Atlanta and I hire a bunch of new guys.
More yes men.
Yeah, they're going to be
Yes men.
they're going to be introverted and younger, I think.
Yeah, you got to go younger.
Younger. I want to be the oldest one.
Well, I mean, that's an insurance policy, really.
Yeah. I need to know that the brand is going to persist in my absence, and you gotta groom leadership. That's
So you're gonna groom young boys.
men, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I think it's like an incubator.
You got to incubate.
I see.
You got to let them cook.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an
And then I
incubator.
think I'm going to get a little lip filler on this top lip here.
You think so? Why?
I think that'll look great, Jake.
If I can just get it to just be a little more prominent, a little more distracting, just in my upper lip area, like if I got bit by a cobra. But if it could stay that way for 9 weeks.
I'm not a big fan of that look on anybody, really. It creeps me out because you get a weird ridge on the top of your lip.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That's
You want a good lip ridge.
I want a
Yeah.
nice ridge.
Yeah.
lip
I've been
ridge.
I've been round and smooth my whole life. I'd like to have some edges.
All right.
Yeah, I get. Hey, you
And
know what? I get that.
I think you got to dress for the job you want.
Your cat is biting me. I'm not really sure why.
Which one is that?
I don't know. He's more of a nibble.
Are you allergic to cats?
No, oh God.
Oh,
no.
then why are we talking about it?
Oh, sorry. 'Cause he's biting me.
Did you listen to the micropod from my mom's pool on the Patreon?
I have not yet. No.
Oh my god, I got stung by a bee.
Oh shit.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Yeah, I was in the pool and I got stung by a bee and we
While you were live streaming?
No. We immediately decided and then
So you immediately decided, you know what we should do right now?
So-
A podcast.
well,
the
once we
podcast.
determined that I was going to live, we decided to record like a 3-minute update on what had happened, and it turned out nice. So I think I can do podcasts from the pool like I've been wanting to.
That's a good idea.
I did one for 3 minutes. That's the kind of shit you can expect just to pop up randomly in your email if you're on the patreon.com/JacobV, which Matt has been like since day one.
Yeah. I'm a
You're a real
founder.
ride or die.
Yeah.
Are you
Founding member.
Are you allergic to bees, Jake?
No, well we didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Have you
Until-
never been stung by a bee till now?
I guess not.
Wow.
I am mildly allergic to bees.
What does mildly mean?
It means I
It
swell
means
up.
it
I
means if
swell
he
up,
gets
but
stung
it's
by
not
a
gonna
bee,
kill
he's
me.
going to talk to you about it all
Yeah.
day.
That's true. No, it means that I swell up, but I'm not gonna die. That's what it means. This cat's got their butt in my face.
There's so many excited. I feel like this last weekend was so crazy for me because it was like everybody that I kind of see out and about in these kind of things, kind of circulating through
Yeah.
these two events we sort of had
Yeah.
with. Like Friday night, the Heavy Anchor with Jesus Christ Supercar, which is, I feel like I don't know who the super group is, right? But there's like, Friday night was so crazy because I was playing with No Antics. You were playing with Jesus Christ Supercar.
Yep.
Megadoon was there. And the next night, we had Blinded by Stereo that you and I are both in.
Yeah.
And then Blonde Guru and No Antics had done their album release or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
And then they're
Yeah.
doing ours in July 8th. No Antics, the LP is coming out and whatever. And so I'm starting to feel really excited about the kind of community world building that's happening, the building the mythological universe of the whole thing.
What I
Now-
like about it is it allows me to be 6 degrees of everybody that I see at any of these venues. 'Cause
Well,
I
we're
know
about to be-
somebody who knows somebody that knows them.
Yeah, we're about to be 2 degrees away from Flow Rida.
That's true.
We're about to be
Excuse me, that's Mr. Rida.
Mr. Florence James Rida.
I read there was a New Yorker article about him yesterday that I read.
You
that-
would read the fucking New Yorker. Get out of my house.
All right, I'll see you later. I do not have a subscription. I just use my free articles every month.
Oh, okay. If you're stealing it, I'm fine with it.
But it was about. I guess he's like huge on the bar mitzvah circuit. I'm not even kidding. Like it was about him playing a bar mitzvah, and like his fee for bar mitzvahs and like how the private gig industry is like booming
was
right
this?
now. What's that?
What was this?
It was on the New Yorker, and it was all. He was like the main feature. They went to this bar mitzvah, this 13-year-old's party in New York, where his dad paid like 150 G's for Flow Rider to come do a 30-minute set.
We'll do it for 50 G's.
Yeah, shit, I'll do it for $50.
Colin.
Like,
Colin.
no, I'm better than that.
Yeah, you're better than
Yeah,
that.
Now, if it's
Don't.
$50 net,
yeah, good point. But
because if we can get the jet, if we can get the food, the lodging, the Diet Cokes, the wet wipes.
Yeah, the wet wipes. So this is the thing. If we had all expenses paid to New York City and time to chill, I'd do that for $50.
yeah,
No problem.
What
$50
was-
a month.
I would spend it all on smoked sturgeon.
Yeah, little walking around money.
Yeah, a little. I can give it all to one naked cowboy.
With the smoked sturgeon.
I love smoked sturgeon.
what was really interesting, like the thing that I really took away from it was that like there's very few artists that always say no to private gigs now, and two of them are Taylor Swift and AC/DC. And
You know what?
Taylor Swift's obvious.
You know what? Fuck AC/DC.
AC/DC is the opposite of obvious. They're the kind of band
that's
that
my
I'm
new
like,
life goal.
like-
I want enough money that I can force AC/DC to play a private party for just us.
like, I mean, genuinely, why?
There's a number.
Why would AC/DC turn down $1 million to go play a free show or to a private show?
I don't care
Like-
if it's 4 million. Fuck them. I'll throw them each a fucking brick of money
Does
at their head.
AC/DC even have like a real singer now or no?
Oh yeah, Brian Johnson's back.
Okay.
He got a better ear doctor.
Oh,
and
okay.
so I guess. But they still didn't tour when they.
What
put out
that
new
means is
record.
his main doctor said you can't do this, and
Yeah.
he said, "Wait a minute."
And he got a second opinion.
What if I got another doctor? And that doctor said, "What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Let's do it."
Let's do it. But don't do it for a private party.
I just think
you,
Maybe that's a doctor's
listen.
order.
You can go out there and do anything you want. Just don't let me catch you doing a fucking bat mitzvah. If I catch you in Atlantic County, New Jersey, doing a fucking bat mitzvah, Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
I just love the idea of Flo Rida doing like apple bottom jeans.
Was that
And
him?
For, yeah.
God damn it!
For-
That's a song of my youth.
For 13-year-olds who weren't even born when the song came
No,
out.
it's like,
And the dad,
he's
the
really
dad-
there for the moms.
Well, the dad said that this kid, and I think the kid's name was Andrew or whatever, that was having the bar mitzvah.
Fucking
that,
Andrew.
That Flo Rida is his absolute favorite. Like it's all these 13-year-olds and whatever, and they. It's all like songs about strippers and stuff in the club and stuff. I'm like, this is hilarious for a 13-year-old's, fucking bar mitzvah. What the hell?
I went to one bar mitzvah as a kid, and it was for this guy Toby. And previous to the bar mitzvah, I had told this girl that I thought that the Grateful Dead sucked. And then I went to Toby's bar mitzvah, and he had T-shirts made that had dead bears on them. And everybody swore that they would wear the T-shirt the next Friday to school to support Toby. So then I had to wear this Dead Bear shirt, and then I saw that girl, and she roasted me. And I felt so bad. I felt like a poser, and I hated it. So I'm never going to another bar mitzvah again, I swear to God.
You want to go see the Dead and Company this summer?
No. No, on principle alone. And because I don't really, because that's John Mayer, right?
He is in it now, yeah.
I'm not a Mayer guy. I might be the only one because I feel like guitar players universally just go, but he's really good at guitar.
Well,
But yeah,
that's the thing.
Fine,
and
but
and at the time, though, I think I was at the right age, and when it got good for a second, like it had kind of
yeah.
it started a bit like, oh, it's Berkeley guy that does these
Yeah.
like cute songs that girls like, and then Continuum was like
Really good.
really, really great. My brother bought it for me for Christmas that year and listened the shit out of it. There was a lot of good behind the scenes, not nearly enough behind the scenes because this is before you had to have content for everything. But but yeah, then it became kind of like I have no motivation to see him live. He
I'm
comes
10
here pretty
years
often.
older than you guys, so I caught him on the Your Body Is a Wonderland shit, and then he was like, when he started to do that other stuff, it was like, oh yeah, I did the pop shit, so I can do whatever I want or whatever.
But
like,
it's
no,
all-
you didn't. You fucking loved it, and you're selling.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I don't even know if it's
Now I would sell
about
out.
selling out as much as it's about like just being. It's so like self-indulgent, and it comes across kind of like at this point like an older guy trying to do really cute young people kind of music, and it's like, can we get like some? Where's your acid phase, bro? You're gonna be too old.
That's
to
why
get
he's
his
doing
acid
the
phase.
Dead and Company thing.
But it's so that my thing about the Dead and Company is people talk about it like it's so psychedelic, but it's so gentle and relaxing, and like smooth, and it's not like dissonant or crazy at all, which is great. It's. I mean, I've really gotten to love it, but it's just not like if I want to take drugs and really see a demon.
If I go to that Dead and Company show, that fucking girl from high school is gonna be there, and she's gonna recognize me.
We
and I'm
should
gonna be
we should
mortified.
dress up like bears.
I was
Yeah.
fucking mortified.
We should sleep in her yard dressed up like bears.
That's a wicked good idea, actually. Dude, I love this keyboard.
Yeah, I
edition.
think it needs to be a permanent
This is a new
feature
thing,
on
yeah.
the show.
And we need to do some like beat poetry about John Mayer right now. I'm not any good at that, so I'm not gonna do it. But
Yeah, I mean,
Tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas, man.
speaking of try though, that's another one though with John
you know
Mayer.
what made me mad about that though is that was live.
Yeah.
Like I wanted a studio version
I
because before your ears really developed, it's really hard to listen to live stuff
Mm-hmm.
because it's just not clear enough what's happening. So if you're a student of an instrument and you're listening to a live album and you're not to the point where you can like now I love live stuff because I can hear
Yeah.
all the different pieces and I can start to imagine the context of the space or whatever.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was like, I didn't even want to listen to it because I felt like I wouldn't be able to understand what was happening.
I've got it. It's actually
is-
my roommate in
Yeah.
college. He was a big John Mayer fan, and I remember telling him like, I'm just not really into it. I did see the live Try performance, and so he actually went out and found me a vinyl copy of it and bought
Yeah,
it for me.
That's what I would
It's
recommend.
great.
Yeah.
Like I spin it fairly
the thing.
regularly, but it's because it's not. I mean, it's some of those songs, but redone with John Mayer, and it's like Pino Palladino and
well,
I forget who's on
And the
or on
technology
drums,
at that
but it's
time,
like
we could actually multi-track that whole thing live and make it sound really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And with that level of gear and you know,
And that level of talent. The
those
band he
three,
assembled,
that's three
yeah.
like A-list dudes. Like that's gonna be really cool. And so,
and it is really cool. Like,
yeah, and that was my favorite segment of that "Where the Light Is" concert DVD. He did because that was a really good snapshot of kind of like his career up until that point. But then the trio stuff was definitely the best part of that. Shot really well, and the guitar tones are insane. And the bass is always like, I'm like, can we turn that bass all the way the fuck up
Yep.
on that guy?
I feel like with that, I think that's kind of the point where people started being, wait, this guy's actually really talented, or at least a guitar.
Yeah, I think that
and
was.
he's not just some, like you said, like some Berkeley Jagoff that's doing, your body is a wonderland.
Bubblegum tongue.
Yeah.
That's what he talks about.
Your bubblegum tongue.
It's just
I don't like
I can't
that.
abide.
I don't like that at all.
And if we want love, we'll make it. Swim in a deep sea.
I'd prefer, I never thought I'd say this.
Blankets.
Can
Honestly,
we go
is
back to
adding a lot
Smash
to
Mouth?
it. Yeah, we can.
I never thought I'd say this.
I never thought I'd have
Hell
to say this.
has frozen over, ladies and gentlemen.
Remember how
You're-
good it was when we were just singing All Star earlier?
All-Star over a song that didn't have anything to do with All-Star.
Your little made it so much better, though. That should have been in the studio recording
Yeah.
of that song.
It probably was.
No, it might have been.
He's probably just fucking creaming his jeans over himself.
Who hasn't ever creamed their own jeans?
Gross, guys. God, my mom listens to this show. Ugh, what does that even mean? That's one of those like euphemisms that like people overuse for how gross it would be if taken literally. You know what I mean? Like people all the time when I was growing up, like
I hadn't considered that at all.
Yeah, proper adult people would say things like, "Well, I'm really anal about." Like, what?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
What the fuck? You're not even going to say the whole term. For some reason, you're a Freudian fucking scholar all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and so you're going to identify yourself as anal retentive in some way. That means you're very particular maybe about things around your home or something. But, like, why do you just get to scream the word anal at me?
But that changed. They stopped saying anal and they just started saying OCD. But I don't know that what they're saying in many cases.
That's also
is
not necessarily correct,
OCD.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just tell people, look, I'm fucked up. I got demons.
I got demons.
I got demons.
I don't like John Mayer. It's a character.
That's a
flaw.
demon. I almost said something gross.
Well, your mom listens to the show, so if you could.
Yeah,
refrain,
if I
that'd be
could
great.
stop myself
Yeah, if
from
you could
saying
just-
anything gross.
Probably a good move.
R.I.P. Tina Turner.
Oh my god.
Such a loss.
Can you believe it?
She's from here, yeah.
She's from the St. Louis area originally. Lived and died in what was it, Sweden?
Yeah. Well, yeah, she moved there. She moved there in like 2013 and renounced her citizenship or something like that to the U.S.
Interesting move.
So
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Why did she do that? Why did she?
Well,
renounce-
I don't know. She grew up poor and then was, abused and manipulated by a guy that I think probably important people around her told her to shut up about.
Yeah.
And then she got a lot more positive attention. They
Wasn't
sent
Phil
a guy over
Spector
there
that
for 60
important
minutes
person?
one time, but like she got way more
No,
positive
Ike.
attention
Ike
abroad.
Turner was that person.
No, but it wasn't Phil Spector the person that told her to hang out with Ike, or Phil Spector was somewhere involved with that. I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure
he
they hung
was.
out with Phil Spector until he shot that lady in the
he
face.
did do that. Yeah.
God damn it. What a fucking mess. Was he ever found guilty of that?
Yes. He
Oh
was.
yeah, he's in jail.
He
That
died
took
in
way
jail.
too long.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did die. in jail.
R.I.P. little bro.
Yeah, and then he had those wigs, and he swore that they weren't wigs, but it was like
Okay.
one day he'd have an afro. And then
Bitch,
the
it
other day-
better be a wig.
Yeah, it's a wig.
Bitch, if that ain't a wig, you guilty as shit. You going to jail.
Yep, he's a psycho, but an incredible producer.
I don't even know about that. Did you hear Let It Be Naked?
No,
Oh my God. Are you kidding?
no, I listened to. I mean, Let It Be is one of my favorite records, but I just didn't want to. I don't know.
No, Let It Be Naked's really good.
Oh, okay.
Because it's all the tracks of the stuff the Beatles played, and they just took all the strings out.
Oh,
And so, I don't know. I found it really enjoyable. I'm not going to say it's better or that it's, it's certainly not canon or whatever, but who the fuck cares it exists? It's
yeah.
worth listening.
Did you watch that Beatles documentary?
You know what? I don't know that I finished it.
It was like 8 hours long. So I
Well,
don't blame
because
you.
it was so much footage that was like not even composed or centered properly of just them like
Jamming.
fucking around. Not even jamming. Jamming is you can achieve some Holy Spirit. There's some liftoff. People give a shit. It was like them fucking around, like refusing to start playing the song properly for the first 4 hours. And then it was fucking interviews with English people. And you know what I don't fucking like?
English people?
Fucking English people. I'm not joking. I seriously didn't watch like the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones because I'm like, I'm not getting into this fucking Anglo fantasy fucking magical white people history where everyone sounds like fucking a nature documentary. I'm not doing it.
So I'm presuming you haven't watched Ted Lasso then.
My brother was just asking me this on the way here. I called him and invited him to come do this with us.
Oh, he should have come.
I know, but he's stoned on the couch. And he said,
Reasonable.
Bro, have you watched Ted Lasso? I said, no. He said, why not? I said, I don't really like TV shows. He said, oh, it's so wholesome. I said, that's not what I want. I want, you know what my favorite kind of entertainment of all time?
Porn.
Scat porn.
Better. I want to watch a really lovely, passionate man get ripped to pieces by bears that he loves.
So what was that article?
So
in
you
the
like
RFT?
The Revenant?
No, The Grizzly Man was what me and Clay used to
yeah.
watch.
Dude, Grizzly Man's fucked up.
That's what I need. That's
Dude,
the kind of.
but when he
that's-
punches that bear, though, dude, Jake, when he punches that fucking bear,
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie.
holy fuck, dude.
I have it on DVD.
Yeah, I'll bet you do.
I don't have a DVD player.
Yeah, I'm about to say, let me just send you a link, Daddy.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking weird movie, but when he
It's
punches that bear,
it's
dude,
tragic, but it's Werner Herzog.
Varner. But what, dude, what was that RFT article about? St. Louisans should not wrestle bears.
Well,
I think you reposted it.
Did it have to do with Ben escaping?
I don't think it did. Ben is a recurring topic on this show.
because he kept fucking getting out twice, but now he got
they
out
deport him?
twice,
Yeah,
They
he got
deported
deported.
him.
Yeah,
and he's moving to Texas. I
Yeah,
think
he's in like a bear sanctuary in Texas now. 'Cause like we can't keep him in cages.
he
They could
doesn't-
barely keep him in his cage.
Yeah, they can't keep
barely.
him.
Hey, I
I
see what
think-
you did there.
I think-
see what you did, Bear.
Yeah, I think he's a radical right wing terrorist, and I think he
Yeah?
can't
No,
stand. He
hold
can't
on.
stand all the purple fucking blurred lines around here.
You know
and he
what?
has to go back to.
I think he tried to drive a U-Haul into the fucking Capitol or into the
Yeah.
White House. That was Ben.
Yeah, Ben. That's the thing. Ben is a he's an elusive daemon.
He burned our crops,
Mm-hmm.
poisoned our water supply. I don't remember what the third
He
thing
drove
was.
a U-Haul into the White House.
Attempted to drive a U-Haul.
I keep
into
putting
the
my
water.
cup in front of Raising Cane. Diet Coke this evening brought to you by Raising Cane's.
Not a sponsor.
Fuck McDonald's.
Not a sponsor.
I'm fucking over McDonald's.
Would you take chicken money over beef money? Hot beef money?
That's the name of the next Blinded by Stereo record. Hot beef money.
If Cane's came through before Lion's Choice, I like the branding. I like the sauce.
The sauce is good.
I don't have a problem with the chicken. People bitch about the chicken. I like that chicken.
I like a restaurant that just gives you a big old slice of bread.
I get extra toast every time.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to go no slaw extra toast.
I'll get a no slaw extra toast and that. And sometimes I'll even add another toast.
Like, could you put some mushy fries in a fucking styrofoam
Yeah,
thing? with
I
some
just
bread?
want like fries to kind of get stuck to the bottom
Yeah,
of my
yeah.
toast. It's really about the toast and the sauce for me.
Yeah.
The chicken even a second. Actually,
The toast is the best part.
fuck some chicken. If I could just get fuck the chicken, extra toast, extra sauce, I would even eat the slaw at that point.
What if you put the chicken between two slices of toast
You
with
d-
the sauce?
I've done that, yes.
Is it good?
Yeah, so what we used
Yeah,
to
that's
do...
what the kids do. I have a bunch of students that work at Raising Cane's.
Huh?
2 of them.
So I remember when I was down in Louisiana, and because it started in Baton Rouge.
Oh, y'all fuckers got Zaxby's?
No, but I've had Zaxby's plenty of times. 'cause
Y'all
I
motherfuckers
fucking
got-
love Zaxby's.
I can't think of another one.
What is Zaxby's?
Oh, it's kind of
Okay.
like Cane's.
That is the most racist thing I've ever heard you
What are
say.
you talking about? I've never been to New
How
Orleans.
dare you?
It's not in New Orleans.
What? Where is it? then?
It's because
It's in
you're
like
such
rural
a fucking.
Mississippi, and actually there are a couple in Louisiana, but there's not one
It's
in.
because
New
you're
Orleans.
such a goddamn wasp.
I've never
Can't-
been to Mississippi.
Your brain
He
can't
broke out the
store
megaphone.
a memory of a black-owned business.
Wow, that's pretty fucked up, Jake.
That's
Wow.
what you're saying.
You know
That's
what
not
though?
what I'm
You know
saying.
what though? He's right.
That's not even close to true. This podcast should not be about me.
Zaxby's sauce.
Yeah,
is
because
really
you're a
good too.
problematic demon.
He just called you a demon, dude.
I'm
How you gonna
opening for
respond?
Flo Rida.
And that
Yeah.
makes
On
you not
Saturday.
racist
No,
now?
you know, we got to stay. That's Mark Wahlberg's new thing on Twitter. He tells everybody to stay prayed up. And that's how you recover from a hate crime. After you commit a hate crime, you just got to pray to Jesus. You remember that? Mark Wahlberg beat a Vietnamese guy almost to death.
Yeah, he did.
I think he's missing an eyeball.
blind. Yeah. Yeah.
He punched his eyeball out of his head.
Won't somebody think of Mark Wahlberg?
But now he thinks he's a priest because he made a movie about a gay priest.
Yeah.
And he tells me on Twitter every day to stay prayed up. And then right below him, I have O.J. Simpson reflecting on the football stats of the day, which is just crazy that that's allowed to happen.
Yeah.
But God is good. You know, I just try to listen to what they tell me to do. You got to listen to what successful people are doing, and you got to try some of that stuff. So
You also got to listen to your heart and listen to
when
the
it's
beat.
calling for you,
Listen to the rhythm of the street. You know?
I don't. Are we doing the same song?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't think we were on the same page there.
No, that was
When
I
it's
was.
calling
Let me give you a
for
key.
you.
Do you guys? There was like a really like a club remix. Well, not even like remix, like club cover of that in like
Yeah, when we were maybe
Yeah.
maybe high
07?
school still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate high school?
09.
Oh yeah, so you got 1 year on me. It was,
Yeah,
while you and I were
you're
in
my
high school
brother's
for
age.
sure.
Yeah, we're right there. So yeah, I think I definitely lived in Kirkwood at the time, so it wouldn't have been much long after. But yeah, I remember it was like just some singer. But
I was working for my current
Listen to
employer
her.
in 2009.
It might have
And I
been.
had been
Jesus,
for 3 years.
what were you still doing there?
My current employer?
No, I mean, what were you doing there then?
I was renting cars.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
You just have
rad.
to wear it.
Yeah, it was fucking rad.
Oh, dude.
sweet.
Oh, saw it. Hey, dude, you guys want to rent this? You guys want to rent this Mustang that I
Like a
did?
Nissan,
Listen,
brah?
guys, bad news.
You want a fucking Nissan, bruh?
That's
we're
all you're.
all,
That's
we're
all you're
all out of Fiats, but this Prius is yellow.
Yellow Prius.
We're all out of the Fiat you wanted, but this Prius, it's yellow. You can smoke in this one.
Smoking this one. It's been pre-smoked.
Yeah,
We,
this one's smoked. We've been smoking it all day for
Smoking
you.
in it. Yeah, we,
So it'd be
we
nice and
primed it.
smoky when you get here, so you have a nice primer.
It's good.
God damn it, we're sick.
Yeah.
There's a reason Enterprise's logo's green.
We're getting really good everything over here on just all this technology I'm kind of looking at here. I got a whole, I mean, it's crazy. Is this crazy?
It's crazy.
Is
It's
it
crazy.
kind of cool, though?
It's
you
pretty
got a
cool.
whole- You got. I mean, how many monitors are you rocking right now?
Well, okay, so the projector is the feed out of the video switcher.
Okay.
So that is independent of the computers. The
can
audio
have-
is
So I'm sorry to interrupt you. I want to know more. But as I'm looking around the room, I'm thinking about the possibilities of how many monitors you could actually have. Because
well, actually, I'm just
see-
limited by how many the machines like to run right now.
okay, because I see at least 3 that are not currently working.
Well, they all work.
Well, not currently working on.
They're
this.
not currently on.
Yeah.
Like these bigger ones, I use for karaoke because I set up karaoke at parties and stuff. And so those are. And then I had the camera feed running to this Dell back here, but that's a square monitor, and it kind of prefers a longer thing. But then the audio's on the Mac here,
Got it.
and then the PC has these 3 here. So that's the ins and outs of the audio for the mixer. I control it from up there.
Cool.
Okay.
And then there's a software for the video switcher, and then this is the stream thing I put over here. This is where we're streaming live. Show prep goes over here. We have talked about the only thing we've talked about that I wrote down was Tina Turner.
Well, I mean, you can lead us wherever you want to take
Yeah.
us.
Hey,
No, oh no, I
I'm
know.
but a passenger on this.
Well,
one.
no, I almost thought about knocking some of this stuff out earlier because it's topical stuff, but we haven't done one of these in a couple weeks. So
What do you
it's-
got? Let's
Well,
go.
hold on. Before we do that, though, can
Yeah.
I ask you a question?
Of course.
Does No Antics record down here? Where do
No,
you
we record at Molly's.
Oh, okay.
She went to.
There's just a lot of gear down here, and I'm like, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
bad. I've never been here before. This is badass.
Yeah, I
Like,
want to get my cousin wants this pool table, and I want to clean it up down here. And I'm trying to get this guy to sell me his drum shield.
Oh,
and I
cool.
want to start doing live streams down here. I did a couple live streams down here.
Uh-huh.
It's just a lot of work.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But I've learned so much about how to do it the past couple of years that, like, and this mixer is perfect for it because I can send everybody their own headphone feed, like KEXP or something, you
Yeah.
know, when they're all wearing
Yeah.
Yeah.
headphones. And, you know, it's like, that probably sounds so much fucking better. Speaking of, John Mayer does that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he wears full-size headphones like a goofball. What a goofy goober.
Hey, you know,
Didn't the guitar player from
Linkin Park.
play that?
That was
Yeah.
his thing. I always thought it was because he was disabled. I just assumed.
God.
I just assumed, and not in like, I just assumed that, oh, he has some kind of a sensitivity that requires him to cover his ears all the time.
He just likes them better. I'll tell you, having been playing with in-ears with Supercar,
Yeah.
it is, I would probably prefer it too, but it looks doofy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and you gotta look cool.
I would rock some like rose gold Beats by Dre.
Oh, yeah, or like
And
the AirPods
you know what?
Max.
I
like
don't know if
those are
we've probably
sweet.
talked about this on the show before, but the there's oh my god, another John Mayer thing where he's doing a song with Barbara Streisand for this album she did of duets just to pay for like her grandkids to go to college
Yeah.
or something. And she wears her headphones so she doesn't mess up her hair. She wears her
Oh, yeah.
headphones upside down.
That's a good move. I believe that's a Mariah Carey thing too. No.
Oh, I'm sure Mariah does that. You can't, yeah, because that wig will come off.
You know, Jake Baxter's in a video for one of those songs from that record.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
From Yard Eagle.
I think I'm in a group chat with him.
Yeah, he did the pedal
There's
steel. They
one of the
filmed it at
Jakes
Native.
wants to start a band of all St. Louis
Jakes?
Jakes.
Oh, that's a good.
And
idea.
I
Well,
think
you've
it's-
got Jake Herman from Megadoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You got Jake Baxter from Yard Eagle and solo
Baxter.
and used to be in River Kitten stuff. And then you got Jake V. I don't know a Jake drummer though.
Jake Manis from the Manis
Ah,
Brothers.
Jake Manis. Yep, you're right. There we go.
I am the fucking glue holding this community together.
You are.
I need a vacation.
I do too.
What do you
After
guys-
we open for Flow Rider, I'm going to Bermuda.
Do it.
I'm just going to sleep in the airport.
What are you gonna call the Jake band? Bunch of Jake offs.
The Jake offs. Yes.
Just jagging around.
Jake me out.
Jake me to the river.
Shake and Jake.
Shake and Jake.
Or Jake and Bake.
Jake and Bake. Yeah,
This might be pretty
that's
good too.
That's like a reversible jacket. Goes both ways.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, what are these timely and topical
Yeah.
subjects?
Save us from ourselves, would you?
You guys are both college educated dudes.
Why is that a question?
Because universities are waiving ACT and SAT requirements for another year.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
because of COVID? You're an
Yeah.
I
educator.
guess it's also because we're in a literacy crisis.
So the key is to let more people just kind of coast.
We gotta sell units, Riddle.
Yeah.
that's true.
We gotta get those asses in those seats, brother.
So that they can fail.
Well, there's a real.
Well, they pay for it before they fail.
No. I get it. I'm just saying, like, isn't the point of education? You know what? I think I talked.
Well, this is why I abandoned my career for a long time.
There's a real situation with law school right now.
Oh yeah.
That is
Open it up, Daddy.
that bar passage rates in the last year have dropped drastically because, and I took the bar exam last summer and that sucked ass. My eye. But we
Nice cock.
yeah. But the passage rates are way down all across the country, and it's very obviously attributable to all of the online law school and all these open book exams, and suddenly you get to the bar exam and it's 2 days of 6 hours.
Let
of
him bring a
exam.
book.
Yeah, I mean, like they are
Throw the book at him.
They are working on like a new bar exam, but
That means it's gonna be easier.
it is. It's gonna be taught.
That's what changed when I took the English praxis to get certified to teach 9th
Yeah.
through 12th grade, and it was hard, but I passed it the first time, and I kind of couldn't really study for it. I studied like what kind of stuff would be Like I looked into like what kind of stuff would be on it, but it's mostly having been a student of literature for that whole time, it'd be fine. And grammar and whatnot. And then, but then I took the Mega, which is the newer test, to get certified 5 through 9. So I'm certified 5 through 12 now, and I got my continuous. So I'll be certified until I'm dead.
Cool.
Which is great. But the second test was way easier. It felt more like a test a middle schooler would take as opposed to a test that a middle school teacher would. But there was some pedagogy stuff on it, and I would not expect a middle schooler to read all that stuff because they probably can't anymore. And it's not their fault. It's actually, you know what I figured out? There's no anger that is required in this problem at all because it's 2 generations of failed parenting.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like an absence of parenting or just bad parenting. It's just a combination of factors that led to some of that parenting being unsuccessful, and not just my parents or your parents. Your parents are old.
I mean, yeah, they're boomers.
Yeah, but see, my grandparents were boomers.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents are technically boomers, but very barely.
Yeah. See,
Like
where
they're
I come
like
from,
the
we have
last
kids
year.
young when you can keep up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to get them out. I think I was conceived on my father's 21st birthday.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, what else were they doing?
Well, we know that story actually.
They weren't going to college, I'll
We
tell you
have-
that for nothing.
It's documented well in the one article that's been written about our band.
Oh, that's why we've talked about
Yeah,
that.
Jake's conception story.
I don't know this story.
Read the article.
Okay.
Was that before you?
Yeah.
Is it the Bands Through Town article?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Jake
it on
is
this pool
conceived.
table here somewhere. I would go look for it, but we don't have.
I've
by
got it
the
on my
waterbed.
I've got it on my coffee table at home. I just don't know that I ever read it.
Yeah, there's but that's not. We've talked about it on the
Waterband.
pod before
an
too.
80s.
But so that's the difference.
Yeah.
Really got it in there, and
Yeah, so my parents are definitely boomers. I am a millennial, but I'm like one of the fucking first millennials.
yeah, you were born in '85.
3.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah,
hardly.
you're barely.
I don't even know that
millennial.
I'd count that.
No,
I'm not Gen X though.
Well, that's according to Gen Xers who hate everybody.
Yeah.
Gen Xers like to blow marble light smoke in your face while they're telling you that you have the wrong paperwork at the DMV. And they don't even work there. They're outside saying, don't even go in there. You got the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Dogma?
I have
Kevin
seen Dogma.
Smith.
No, but that's what they like. They like Janine Garofalo, and they like movies with escalators. Like The
Yeah.
Parallax View. Did you ever see The Parallax View?
No.
Oh, it's a masterpiece of cinema.
Okay.
Robert Redford, I think.
Robert Redford. I saw him on an airplane one time.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know why.
I thought something more interesting was about to be spelled.
My grandparents, God rest them, saw Paul Newman at the Indianapolis 500.
Wow.
He's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, well,
so is
He
Robert
makes
Redford.
Colin look like The Rock.
yeah, well,
Robert
yeah, well, we're gonna see Flo Rida at the
Gateway.
300.
Yeah, he's
So-
goddamn right.
That's
the-
what they
the
call
en-
it? It's
the-
the Gateway 300?
No, it's the Enjoy Illinois 300.
So, but it's the Confluence Music Festival, and it's on top of the race?
Yeah, so the only people that can get in are people who bought tickets to the race.
So it's a festival exclusively for...
Race fans.
Yeah.
And
It's some way to attempt to sell more tickets.
Are there
to
going to
the
be
race.
famous drivers there?
Oh yeah, Kyle Busch is rolling.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Kyle Busch.
So the 1981 to 1996 birth cohort is widely accepted definition for millennials.
Oh well, that's me. That's you too.
And me too.
Yeah.
you also.
I usually think of it as
I mean, I don't want to be. I just
Yeah.
am.
yeah. No, I think that's pretty good.
I don't want to be. Is that Gavin DeGraw?
Yes, it is.
I don't want to be.
I hate that song.
Other
I
than
feel
what
like
I've been
trying to be
lately.
Like, of course you don't. Like,
All
what does that
I
even
have to
mean?
do- That's the thing. It's not a song.
It doesn't
It's not-
mean anything,
It's not
but
lyrics.
it's
That's not what
provocative.
it's for. That's a song that goes in a TV show where Mandy Moore makes out with a fat guy.
Zach Braff.
And yeah. Oh yeah. And is that
I mean, Fat Braff
Fat Braff?
Fat Braff.
And
or Zach Fat. One of
yeah, that's like it's snowing and you got to have a song
yeah.
on in the background,
Slow-mo
and it's
walk.
like let it be about whatever.
yeah, you gotta have it in the background, and it's like
Yeah.
It's like a song you would write for a character to sing in a movie, but it's not like a musical. It's just like a part of the narrative. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a song from Rockstar starring Mark Wahlberg. Stay prayed up.
Jake on me.
Yeah. That should be the name of that band.
Jake me on.
Jake me on.
Jake on me.
I'll be Jake.
Uh-huh. A lot of singing in this episode. I love it. We should
In
do
the-
like a...
In our Jake.
Whoa.
Oh, those
Whoa.
were off. Those were off by a few cents there, and it was bad.
There you go. That's lovely. That's real good.
Jake on me.
I like how half of this episode is just you figuring things out on piano.
My thing is, so yeah, kids can't go to school or something.
Well, what other timely and topical topics do we have?
I uninstalled the Lion's Choice app because they tracked my location 42 times in 3 days.
Well, those fuckers can track you all you want once they pay up. No
That's what I'm
offense.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
no
exactly. Thank you, Matt Riddle.
What are they paying up in?
We want them to sponsor the podcast.
Oh,
I've never reached out to them about it, but we're angry that they haven't reached out to us.
I
It's
mean,
a duffel bag full of cash is all that we're asking for.
I just want a red duffel bag full of cash. It could be singles.
what
could
if
be
what if
singles.
they gave you a red duffel bag full of like neatly wrapped beef and cheddars?
I usually go Swiss, but I would totally get down on some cheddar.
Okay, so if it was like a red duffel bag, and we'll say there's 40 king beef and cheddars in there instead, would you take that instead of cash to sponsor?
Yeah,
the
I'd
show?
rather get vouchers so that I could get
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
king.
say, will
I'd
they
rather
keep-
Oh,
not.
they freeze well.
Do they?
Do they really?
Yeah, they do actually.
Air fryer, baby?
Yeah, you throw it in the air fryer for like 4 minutes.
I'll eat it cold, not frozen. I'll eat an Uncrustable straight out the freezer. What are you doing to my poor microphone? Michael Jackson used that microphone on Thriller.
Did he?
Not that exact one. I mean, just that same. You know,
Yeah.
it's just, it was big like that one.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, it's not the same serial number or anything.
Thanks.
That's what our friend from Eureka thought when I explained that to him. He thought it was like this exact. How'd you get that?
It's the silver part.
Oh, the silver part.
Yeah.
There's many adjustments on this.
Yeah.
You know what I like about you, Jake? Every single mic stand in here is top notch.
You sure
Quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I worked at Guitar Center, I bought a bunch of those.
It's not like the $5 ones you get like from Musician's Friend. It's a fucking nice quality one.
Yeah, they're
got a
old.
lot of
Those are like
adjustments.
11 years old.
And that's why I can't figure out how to use it because there's so many adjustments.
Hey, are we really gonna do that podcast that we talked about the other day, where we watch Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping, and we
should definitely get that on the books.
Yeah.
we should do that 100%.
Because it'd be so easy to do. We could put it onto the projector in here. We can get popcorn.
Oh, I'm all into it.
I got a fridge.
I am, like I said, I'm all
God
in.
damn it, I love some popcorn.
And it's only like an hour and 20 minutes long. It's not even like a long movie. Like, you know, it's I think we got to do that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the beauty of the Patreon too, is there's on YouTube and stuff, like I can't play other people's songs, or like we can't like do watch alongs like that or whatever, but like Patreon you could do that with.
Oh yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? There's no problem. We could have
Paywall.
Yeah, behind the paywall. And that's the thing about freedom, is if you give me $1 a week, we can just interact freely. We can just exchange fluids. Digitally, of course.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? We've actually been upping the interactions on the Patreon. People can comment and like stuff on there, and they don't. And they should. I need the feedback. Yeah, you're probably, you see, because you're kind of a Gen Xer, you're probably in that group of people that, you know, they struggle to assimilate to a new app.
I just yell at the phone until it plays whatever I want it to play. Until a child comes by and shows me.
Siri, Patreon! Siri, P-A-T-R.
I think
Is it
there's an
E?
O in there.
There's definitely an O. An E and an O. Just before we kind of lean into the twilight of the episode for the respect of everyone's time, because I think I got a bunch of people that want to come do these. So I was substitute teaching high school biology for several weeks. On top of everything else I do. I didn't quit anything. I kind of did that on top of everything. So I've been kind of like a ghost in my own life. So that's why there hasn't been a podcast in a couple weeks. But the last one is one of our best episodes ever.
Very good.
Pork steak burger.
Yeah, it was good. Did Clay really
I want
see
that.
that?
Clay, oh, absolutely. He's run into Cedric the Entertainer twice in real life, and
And that picture is legit.
he took that on his own phone. That is the deli, literally walking distance from my mom's house, and he was working on a job site down there for my dad, and he walked in there to get a sandwich because he goes in there to get food.
Is that where Cedric
All
the
the time.
Entertainer from here?
Cedric the Entertainer is apparently from Chesterfield,
Oh.
which I said on the podcast.
And who was he with though? He was with another
Anthony
famous-
Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, of
Anthony, Malibu's Most Wanted.
yeah. I think he's also in.
The Departed.
I think he's
Oh,
also
yeah.
in.
He is in
Does,
The Departed.
does he have
Soul
that,
Plane.
Does he have that show Blackish? Is that his show?
Blackish.
Yeah.
The Departed.
The Departed. That's your favorite movie, right?
Wicked fucking good.
Wicked.
Wicked fucking good guy.
I'm a big fan of Kinky Boots, not Wicked, but you know.
Yeah, you would be. I like the Kinks.
I like the Kinks too. Power Man, their best one.
Is that their best one? You think? That
Oh,
record.
dude.
That record is incredible.
Dude,
It's just the song you're
No,
talking about?
no, the record. The
Oh,
record. Is
I thought you were
what
like Power Man.
I
Power Man.
I do love that song.
It's a great tune.
But no, Power Man. Shoot, what's the whole
Lola
title?
versus Power Man.
It's
and-
It's like Lola versus Power Man
the
and the Money
and
Go
the Money
Round.
Go Round.
And the Money Go Round Part 1.
Part 1.
No Part 2
No.
exists.
Why would it?
Well,
Strangers is the best song on that record though.
that was my wedding song.
It's a good song.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?
We could.
Did we just become best friends?
I saw that where they did that, but they had it where it was the voices and the animations of Goku and Vegeta, but that exact dialogue. And it was really good. When he says, "You want to do karate in the garage?" He like powers up. And we bought that on DVD. We bought all 9 seasons, and there's like
of
half,
Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
And half of it is just him going, "Ugh!"
For like a long time.
I remember.
and they like Ken Burns,
yeah, and
like
s-
they zoom in.
and suddenly his hair is like.
And they go to a
twice as long.
commercial break,
Yeah.
but it's on DVD, so you don't have to watch the commercials. They fade to black,
but he's
and they
still
fade back
comes
in, and
back.
he's still pumping. And the narrator says, "Previously on Dragon Ball Z, this dude was pumping up."
Dragon Ball Z.
I remember watching.
See, that's that English shit. I don't like that shit. 1776
It's
already
Canadian,
happened.
too.
Do I have to remind everybody what happened last time? They tried to get up in here with their fucking tea time and shit. This is America, Jack.
That's right.
I remember watching like Toonami when I was a kid and just being like, "Oh, which episode of Dragon Ball Z's on today?" And you'd inevitably end up with the one where it's just him screaming for 30 minutes. There's
Yeah,
like
because
nothing
that's
else
every
happening.
third episode.
Yeah, exactly. I've got to hit Super Saiyan level 42.
Yeah.
Like,
There's the early episode where they get onto the new location and nothing's really happening,
Oh, but
and then
nobody's
something
ever-
looks like it might happen, but nothing's happening.
but nobody's ever hit Super Saiyan level 42. But I'm gonna do it.
Well, that's the thing. They quantified everything so much that every season was like new numbers. It's exhausting. Colin.
Yeah.
We haven't been on the show to ever talk about Jesus Christ Supercar, and I'd love to do an episode when we start doing the live streams down here.
Yeah.
With the guys, because I know the other two dudes are, of course, very opinionated and whatnot. For people that aren't familiar, what should they be following with the Jesus Christ Supercar?
Our Instagram's where we're mostly active, and that's just at Jesus Christ Supercar. I like Instagram just as a platform the best, I think. Facebook's pretty cool too.
Well, that's where all the bands are right now. And I
Yeah.
really love that you can link a song to a post now.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not that old of a feature, but it's been really good for my hit single, Easy Livin'.
Yeah.
Instagram traffic, daddy.
Big fan of Instagram. We're starting to kind of do a little bit different content on there. For years, I was spamming people with like 3 posts at a time because I was all about the grid. And I like the grid. That's dumb graphic design stuff, though, and I'm just like, I'm going to stop doing that. So we're not spamming people
Yeah,
anymore.
I was just telling Matt the other day, I wish Colin would stop spamming that grid, dog.
Yeah, dude.
On my baby, bro, he'd be spamming that grid.
I'll be spamming the grid. But yeah, and then
On my dead granny's soul, bro, he's spamming that grid, cuz.
we're on all
Mad
of,
insensitive, G.
we're on all of the streaming services. All of those sorts of things.
You guys are on Netflix?
Yeah, we are actually. We have a Netflix series coming out,
That would be so dope.
and it is called Jesus Christ Supercar.
I would love for the trailer just to be like a cold open of the conversation between you and Tom about merch for the single release, and the conversation I remember was like Tom was saying, "No, dude, we should do a blah blah blah," and you're like, "Dude, we don't have any fucking money. We
Yeah.
already spent all the fucking
We
money.
sure
we can't
did.
just print a bunch of other things." And then
Yep.
it's like Netflix, June. I'd be like, I'm watching that.
Yeah, that is
Super drama.
That is
Yeah.
unfortunately very
Jesus
similar
Christ,
to what
super
actually
budget.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But-
it's such a real, because it's like, I mean, it's like that with any kind of a band where you're trying to make things that cost money to make.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what if we did this? And what if everybody got their own thing with that had their name on it, and everyone had like jerseys? And what if everyone? It's like, wait a minute. Like that's
Well,
thousands of more dollars before we get this stuff. No Antics is doing fucking skateboards.
Oh, really?
There's a limited run of like a dozen fucking skateboard decks with
how-
new graphics on it.
how much are they? I want one.
Yeah, I think they're gonna sell at the July 8th show for like $49.99.
Does it come in a men's large?
It's a skateboard, and I think there's also gonna be two. I think it's a skateboard. Man. I also think there's gonna be two new shirts. I think there's gonna be a new T-shirt, and I think there's gonna be a tank top.
So
The men that really liked the last shirt are built completely oppositely from the women that really hated the last shirt, and so we're trying to broaden a little bit.
that's rad.
Yeah.
On a last little note about Supercar,
Supercar, please.
we've got hold on, this podcast, is this a Patreon or is this going
No,
on?
this is the we're live right now, and then this will be the audio episode that goes out tonight because I want everyone to be able to hear it because we're playing Saturday.
right on. Well, then I can't tell you the secrets.
Oh no! This is not secret time.
There are some Supercar super secrets, but we've got
Super intrigue.
I got some stuff in the mail today towards the super secrets. But we
Super secret.
that's one of my favorite things about the band, man. We just put super in front of any other noun, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's that. But we
We should do a
Blinded
show with you
doesn't really
guys
work
and
that well.
super fun, rocket ship.
we played with them one time up in Alton for a Halloween thing, and we had a blast.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes there's some really cool shows in Alton.
The conservatory is supposed to be rad as hell. We should get up there with Blinded too.
There's a guy that books stuff up there sometimes that I need to get with because he's also an exterminator, and I saw a mouse in my backyard. I need to make sure there's no mouse
I
coming
love the
into
way you're
my...
multi-threading this gig.
I'm just thinking like, hey, dude, can you kill my mouse and then hook me up at the spot?
Can you kill my
Can
mouse
you-
and then book my band?
I need you to-
That would be great.
Listen here, buddy. I need you to kill a mouse and book the band, okay? In that order.
Yeah.
So, while everyone should definitely get their tickets to a NASCAR race and get on Game Time, man. I checked out the tickets. You can get in for super cheap.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh,
Are you
really?
shilling right now? I
Yeah,
feel like
dude.
you're shilling.
I am, but I don't care.
I feel like he's shilling.
There-
You
there-
can get them
uh,
on
d-
Game Time?
So
Yeah.
there's an app called Game Time that is totally not a sponsor of the show, but it could be a viable resource to get in to see us opening for Flo Rida.
For
You
And
might be able to catch a truck race.
You might
too.
be able to.
if you want to come
But
see a truck race and then immediately with that truck adrenaline turn around and watch us play an hour of music that we only prepared 30 minutes for. I want you.
Yes.
I don't know. Do I get in trouble for saying, "Hey, buy some tickets on the secondary market" because there's a ton of them?
I don't
No,
I-
I think the Confluence Music Festival wants people to be there, and if they pay any amount of money for those
Well,
tickets, it's good
already,
for them.
Somebody already bought them for full price.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's a ton of tickets on the secondary market for not very much money if you want to go. But
It could be cheaper than coming to see us at some of the venues we play at normally.
yeah,
That's true.
But so everybody should do that first. But then Supercar has a couple of really rad gigs coming up. One of them is both of them are at the Duck Room. One is on June 15th, opening for a band called Hembry from. They're from Kansas City. They are super rad.
Various Blonde was a Kansas City band we just played
Yeah.
with
Oh,
the other
yeah.
night. That's great. I love Kansas City. I would love to go play the record bar there. I saw Corey Feldman there,
Oh yeah.
and
Wait, you saw Corey Feldman there?
at the record bar.
Wait, like Goonies, Corey Feldman?
Yeah, with his band of angels.
Yeah, yeah, all the
Yeah, I saw them like 3 times.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, one time in Kansas City.
So we're opening for Hembry on the 13th at the Duck Room, or the 15th. Because the next month, July 13th, is when we're opening for a band called Blood Red Shoes. They're from England. They fucking rule.
I think I've listened to them probably per your recommendation.
Yeah, they are very rad.
Where's that going to be?
Also at the Duck Room.
Oh, that'll be
So,
really fun.
Yeah, it should be a tight little show. I'm very excited about it. So, yeah, that's what Supercars do in the summer. We're in the
really
studio in like 3 weeks also.
How many songs does Blinded by Stereo have working towards a second collection of music? Because that's the thing that people have to look forward to with Blinded by Stereo is myself and Colin, but also this engine of material. People have been really enjoying the album for the last year and some change. And then, but now there's new stuff they're going to hear as they come to more and more shows out and about, including this weekend, June 3rd, opening for Flo Rida at the Confluence Music Festival.
Yeah, I think we've got 5 tunes that we're currently gigging or practicing, and then there's at least 2 or 3 more that could be. So, I mean, but I think the idea is we're going to decide what the 5 or 6 best ones of those are and maybe try and do an EP or...
Like a digital thing
No, I want to press it.
on vinyl?
Oh, yeah.
You want to do like a 10-inch?
Let's go 10.
I like 10.
Let's go 10.
I'm into a 10.
I wanted to do a 7-inch, but you can't realistically do more than
Well, if you
a couple songs.
If you cut it at 33, you can do probably 4 at the length of the songs that we write. Maybe 3 if
yeah,
we
but
do
they're going
midnight.
to sound like ass.
No, not at 33. No, it'll be fine. You can
This
get,
is good conversation for us to have, though, because somebody asked us that. Maybe Noah from Blonde Guru asked us at the gig at the Barrel Room the other day at Alpha Brewing Company, which is on my Patreon, if you want to stream that.
Yeah.
And he asked me who pressed that, and that was, we had a Canadian,
Precision pressing.
in Canada.
You can usually do like
La Canyada.
7. I think it's like 7 minutes and 40 seconds on a side if you do it at 33.
And one thing that I think is so important about
Let me check that.
like this stuff is like there's no way for us to really learn this in a contemporary way, in an organized way, before we try to do any of this stuff. You really have to learn this stuff while you're doing it, and kind of interacting and sharing that wisdom with other people. Because if all of the bands that we're friends with press vinyl, the vinyls could be cheaper for all of us to press.
Yeah.
And then the audience is going to be more used to vinyl being an option to buy. It's actually a good thing.
Precision
what I mean?
pressing is really good. They walked me through the whole process. The guy that was like our rep or whatever wanted to Zoom, and so we Zoomed, and I had my camera on, and he had his camera on, and he claimed that he had an issue with his camera, but it was just focused on a spray paint mural on what appeared to be the wall of his home of a poop with stink lines. And so I was just looking at this drawing of poop with stink lines and talking to this guy. He's really nice, but it was kind of an interesting...
So
So that's Keith at Precision.
It's very weird.
Definitely ask Keith about the poop. That's the
weird.
secret code. If you want to really get the hook up at Precision, you guys say, "Hey, I'm here to talk to Keith about some poop."
So the 7-inch at 33 can do 7 minutes, and most of our songs are only 3.5 minutes. Midnight is pretty long,
though.
but a 10-inch.
But I want if we're gonna do a 7-inch, it's got to be 45.
Yeah, a 10-inch at 45 is 12 minutes, so we could totally do.
Oh, I love that.
We could, especially with Midnight being like almost 5 minutes long, we could totally do a 5-song EP on a 10-inch vinyl at 45.
See, I thought 10-inch would be good.
I think that's
Yeah.
right.
And
yeah.
that's cool because it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, for the audience when
Yeah.
they see it on the merch thing, and
Yep.
it's not really a big deal that it's less songs. Because if it was at the full quality we like, it was a bunch more songs, it would be multiple discs. They don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, the real money is made in the recording process, apparently, or spent in the recording process. So, if we're doing less songs and overall
How do you guys produce the supercar stuff?
This time around, it's a little bit different for reasons that I can't really discuss right now.
that's top secret.
Jesus.
But,
Super secret,
Jesus.
When we're not on mic, I will.
This
tell
is
you
like
about
when that guy was
Um,
talking about portobello mushrooms, and he says, "This endangers my life,"
it. Yeah.
and so I can't answer your question.
But the way we normally do it is that we cut demos in Christopher's basement, and then we send them to. We go to Native Sound over above the Whiskey Ring on Cherokee. I love that place. They run a Neve board in there. They've got all the gear that I want. It's super tight. It's like the size of my apartment, but we get everything that we really like. And it's really we track pretty much everything like, so when we did What Time in Radar, we did that in pretty much a day and a half. And then we spent a day and a half mixing with Ben in the studio, all of us together, and adding occasionally if we thought something was missing, like some synthesizers, that kind of thing. Our process has always been like super fast, a little bit shoot from the hip. We're not really doing it that way this time. For reasons that I cannot discuss at this moment.
For reasons
Unknown, which we covered at the No Antics in Supercar show, which was great.
Full circle.
We have tracks now, and so we got all the little synthesizers in the back. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that's the thing I was talking to Molly about, because her and I work on a lot of the visual components also for, videos and stuff, and we want to start doing projections and things to use, live or whatever. And really, if we had extra tracks, especially like synthy tracks and stuff and different percussion tracks and whatnot, that we could integrate into the live performance, that same software could trigger video components, light cues.
My friend Mobley does that. He's got a whole...
his name's Mobley?
Mobley, yeah.
It's his Christian name?
It's a
Stage name.
It's a stage name, but he
His name's Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
it's not, but but he does he has everything programmed. He is a one-man show, so he's got like the tracks jump in and out because on certain parts he'll play live drums, on certain parts he'll play live guitar, on certain parts he'll play live keys. He always does live vocals, but he's got occasionally backup vocals in it. He built a machine that turns the crowd into a drum machine, like or a trigger pad at the very least, I guess.
Yeah.
It is,
It's a whole
man.
thing.
And I say this to everyone listening to this podcast, if you ever see the name Mobley on the lineup, go to the damn show. It's bonkers.
He's local?
No, he's from Austin, but
okay.
The way that he puts his shows together, and it's so finely crafted. Every song has he has a projector for every song, so there's a video that's perfectly timed to all the tracks, and he brings his own lights that are all timed as well. It is legit. And he's been doing this for like 10 years.
He wears a fucking TV on his head.
Yeah, he wears a TV on his head.
On his
Like,
whole fucking head.
like it's awesome. You want to go see a live show that's going to blow you away. You go see Mobley. if he's in your town.
Mobley. I love that. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor, but what a rad dude.
So I'm really excited about getting some material documented with Colin as an addition to the band, because I feel like part of our vision for how to craft the record sonically was about you multi-tracking your guitars and and creating kind of a nice stereo image of the kind of guitar sounds. And I feel like getting that live, it makes a lot more sense. The style of music I feel like we're doing makes a lot of sense with what is sometimes 3 guitars at full volume.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bass as loud as the bass will let it be.
That's true.
And then we're gonna play in a concrete room full of barrels.
That's what we do.
And I wish we could have lifted the ceiling. That wasn't really a closed building.
Not exactly. No.
That garage door is
open,
grated,
kind of, yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there's big fans blowing air out, like it's kind of just a warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my allergies have been fucked up.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm fine. It
was
could be
a
all
good
the
gig.
it could be all the rat shit in my backyard. I can't believe I got these 2 hideous cats and they can't kill a fucking mouse.
These are huge cats.
Aren't
by
they
the way.
handsome?
They are.
They're so
Big
beautiful.
Boys, big boys.
What are their names?
Hans and King.
Is this Hans or King right here?
I can't King. Oh God, I
They
can't
both
really.
looked at you.
They look
think
exactly the same.
They do.
Fuck.
They're extremely friendly.
Hans.
Yeah.
They like total
That
buddies.
looks like King over by you. King's got the more slender face.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Oh, this is definitely King. Look at that.
Hans.
Hans has the real meaty face.
Meaty face.
But look at him chilling on you guys like you guys live here.
Both of them have just been buddies the whole night.
Yeah,
kinda
they used to really hate this show, but I've kind of reworked some things, and I think they've gotten used to it.
They've been working in shifts with us.
Yeah.
One will come up and chill for
Yeah.
a few. Another one will come up and kind of prance around and get comfortable, and then it's been a whole thing.
But Matt, I think because the whole genre of the thing, I think, was originally kind of your vision, right?
Yeah.
With Blinded by Stereo. So I'd love to kind of know, like how that's developed or how the live experience of working the material has kind of informed that vision moving forward.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think so. You know, it started off as just Eric and I in his basement. So as we've built out the different pieces, right, and filled in,
And
the
then
gaps,
the FBI's top 10 most wanted from Craigslist came through
That's true.
in order.
We had them all. We had them in a lineup, and then we found you.
That would be a really good music video if it was like you guys practicing with just like, and then
Yeah, just picking people.
10
out
seconds of like just a random person and it's just going bad in a different
Yeah.
way. Okay, I'll work on this.
Yeah, please. But yeah, I mean, I think that the thing is what you're talking about with the guitars. The record sounds really good. There's not a lot of diversity in the tones, and I think that with Colin's edition and you, because when you came on board, we had already tracked everything from a guitar standpoint, and you
Yeah.
put keys over it.
Yeah, I didn't play any guitar on the
Yeah.
record yet,
So,
which
so
is
I
funny.
think that there's a lot of possibilities for other melodies to be happening in parts of the songs that we could develop, different guitar tones. I'd like to have like songs with acoustic playing at points too,
Yeah.
to kind of give it
I-
some texture and
I really think it's important.
Things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like to have all the elements just at your disposal that like an acoustic guitar, an electric guitar, maybe a different type of electric
Yes,
guitar.
yeah.
You know,
Different
sometimes
amps and
I mean I
stuff.
have them all lined up here. Like sometimes you want the organ on top, and like with No Antics, I'll do like a whole track for each song of each of the different instruments I keep
Yeah.
on here. The piano thing with the strings. Usually, I got this clav. Everything gets a little clav.
Oh, you gotta love the clap.
That's the best fucking thing. It's worth just if it got stuck in that mode 100% of the time. That's okay with me.
okay. But the thing is, I think we have.
I didn't even
room-
have this yet when we did
No.
the record. I recorded that on that the Yammer Hammer.
Yeah, the Yammer Hammer. And I think that, you know, as we kind of develop the sound, we can be more mindful of what we want to hear. I think our last record, we just.
I feel
wanted
like
to
you're
get something
answering this
done.
like a Major League Baseball
Yeah, he
interview
is.
post
We
game.
played. We
It's
played.
like, listen, I think I think I want to hold myself accountable for the things that were my responsibility,
Yeah,
but
I'm
I think
gonna-
there's a lot of other things out on the floor that were other people's responsibility, and I just look forward to justice being served.
Yeah, in the next game, we're gonna control what we can.
We're gonna
control.
grab them by the balls next time, and
It's gonna be a full court press. We're gonna batten down the hatches.
we're gonna. But that's the thing. It feels like it was 100 years ago.
Yeah, it
that,
does. Well, and it was in COVID too, so it just even more so feels like it's just.
And
just
it
a
wasn't
memory.
like we had the luxury of time to really dig into the material and really
Yeah.
bounce it back and forth and really play stuff to death. I really
Well,
don't enjoy playing stuff to death
but sometimes it's necessary.
constantly. But no, yeah, when you're shaking the dust off
Yeah.
and getting
Yeah.
material ready for something, like it makes a lot of sense. Like I'd really love for our full catalog to be kind of ready to go all the time, but that's just it's a huge luxury to get.
Yeah.
At this point, that's you know
a lot
a
of
couple
songs, yeah.
hours of material.
Yeah.
That which isn't even necessary to get it all, but like you know, it just seems like a waste because we know that you start off with an idea and it's okay,
Yeah.
and then you come up with another idea that fits with it that you know allows it to bloom a little bit, and then maybe that happens a couple of times, and so that sometimes it feels like, man, if I put some more time into this, I could turn it into something.
Yeah.
And we have a lot more of that now
Yeah,
since
for
we
sure.
don't have to like literally worry about getting COVID at band practice.
Well, not again.
I think that's a little bit too of like, I mean, I kind of forced my way into this band last summer. But,
That was kind of weird. I was like totally all. I was totally all for it. I don't know if we talked about this on the pod for real. That Blinded by Stereo played a show at the Heavy Anchor, and during that show, after we played, there was this drunk guy,
I was drunk.
and they introduced him as Colin, and he was.
He cornered every one of us individually.
And I'm like,
He
dude,
was
let me get in your
making a
band.
case.
Let me get in your band. Let me get in
he's
your band.
fresh out of law school, making the case for this is why you need another rhythm guitar player. and which I was all for.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was arguing against it, but
No. But he see. This is the thing
he was fighting for his life, though.
But you prepare for.
I really wanted to be
You
the band.
prepare for the resistance before it ever gets there. You're
Well,
prepared
yeah.
for, and before you say
you
no,
have to.
I just want you to know that there's no reason why you should have to say no.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things. Though, is when I started learning the songs, it was very much. It's like, okay, well, these are Matt's ideals already, and the whole point is, I'm gonna add some texture where I hear that there needs to be some more texture, right? And that was the only, like, I didn't exactly write parts to anything. I'm just playing slightly modified versions of the chords he's playing and slightly different rhythms that just make it feel
Yeah,
big.
exactly the same kind of thing you do yourself when you're stacking guitar parts
Yeah.
on even just a demo of something. and it's-
Exactly.
But you only have, 2 hands at a time,
Yeah.
and you're
Exactly.
left-handed.
Yeah, which
So
is,
who even knows if either of them even work?
it's a
Yeah.
shame. Yeah.
And then, is your new guitar going to be ready for Saturday?
No.
No.
Oh, god damn it.
I know. We got to do a live stream just to celebrate the
know.
debut of the new guitar. That'd be great.
my
if
brother
there was just
asked
like
me-
one spotlight just on you and the new guitar, which is a surprise.
I don't
That's a
even
sur-
know how to string it. Is a problem.
My brother
Got
calls
those
me.
weird tuners.
Oh,
My brother
yeah.
calls me from New Orleans today, and he's like, "Hey, I saw some pictures from the Blinded by Stereo show on Saturday. Why isn't Matt using that new guitar?"
So,
Yeah,
see,
you
I
gotta-
just want your brother to hold me accountable for that type of stuff because I need the encouragement.
I mean,
Yeah.
you imported.
I'll just hole up in my house. With
Where's that
all my
guitar
guitars.
from?
I had to give him some dumb excuse like, "Oh, it's expensive and he hasn't set it up yet." It's like, dude, just play
no.
the damn thing.
No. It's. I want to get it set up.
I actually wouldn't recommend playing it in the 96-degree heat on Saturday, but
No, that's the thing.
Lacquer
I'm
checking.
I'm gonna play a
Lacquer
shitty guitar.
checking.
Pick the shittiest guitar over there. That's what I'm playing for flow right now.
I'm bringing
Ibanez?
I'm bringing the Explorer and the Supro, but I'm probably gonna play the Supro for the most part because I don't want to.
You have to play the Exploder. Come on, bro.
I have
Yo,
to
what
play
the fuck are you
Explorer.
talking about?
Oh yeah, fuck you guys.
I play this purple Strat outside all the time, and it doesn't really. I always hated about the band Pearl Jam that the one guy was like a Gibson Marshall guy, and the other guy was like a Fender guy.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't make any sense. But now, like, younger bands are more and more like a lot of like Fender stuff happening, and
Yeah.
then there's this huge Ibanez thing happening.
Well, a big part of that is that Fender gives new bands guitars. Like,
Yeah.
They really
Wet,
do, yeah.
They're like crazy.
Wet Leg's a great example. Like, they all, except the lead guitar, she plays a No, she doesn't anymore. She used to. They all play Fenders now because Fender just gave them a bunch of guitars and amps.
Whoever was in charge a couple years ago, Gibson went nuts and gave everybody in the Black Keys a bunch of guitars for a tour, and then gave Jack White those 3 gold
Oh yeah,
Gibsons
for the Raconteurs show.
for the
tours, yeah.
Raconteurs tour,
Yeah.
which I got to see him on
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah, I saw
sober
it.
for the first one.
We were at the pageant, right?
well,
That was the one you were drunk at.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one I got ejected from.
I didn't know you got ejected
Oh,
from it.
fuck yeah. But then they let me hang out just being a mess on the patio at the Halo bar waiting for my friend to get out of the show. It was so weird. There were all like new numbers on my phone the next day of like other people whose numbers I don't remember exchanging.
Was that bizarre? Like, I know you're a big Jack White guy too. Was that bizarre to you when he made the switch to like, I'm gonna play really expensive guitars now? Like, cause to me,
I don't
When
know. He
he
probably
switched
felt
to
like
the-
he'd made the point already because those Gretches
I'm
that guy
sure.
makes him were like $6,000 a piece.
yeah, no, I get it, but my point is that like he's not playing those custom
Supro.
Gretches anymore,
Yeah.
or the weird cheap shit
Airline.
he was playing with the white stripes. It's like
Yeah.
now he's like, you know what? I'm gonna play. I like that gold. Firebird he was playing on that tour. I'm like, oh my god!
I think
Gold Firebird,
I
you
think
said.
Gibson made the.
no, it was like it
There's a
wasn't your-
Firebird and a
yeah.
V and
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, he still didn't play a Les Paul.
No, but I think they gave him those for free.
I'm sure they did.
I think he had like tried to pay for the one of them, and they made him 3 of them or something like that. He's talked about it in a magazine or something. And then the EVH thing was the same way. Like they were like,
but
let
EVH is
him.
owned by Fender, though, right?
Well,
Yeah.
the EVH thing, what I saw, I think there was some interview about it, I think in Guitar World, where they were talking about this same sort of question that I have right now about, was it shocking? When he was making that Lazaretto record, or no, whichever one, Boarding House Reach, the one that was terrible, he sent like a page out to Guitar Center to just buy whatever was black and blue, and he comes back with that thing, and then he got it modified to have an extra pickup and that kind of thing. I thought that was what he did. Maybe it doesn't matter. The point is that he just decided I don't need to struggle with guitars anymore.
I just saw on
That telly he was playing on the last tour was fucking badass
sick,
too.
yeah, with the white hardware and shit.
Well, and the B bender and everything.
but Bender is how it's pronounced.
Bender, you're right.
I just bought.
We're being real nerds right now.
I just bought a box set of the new Jack White, Entering Heaven Alone or whatever that's called.
It's Fear of the Dawn, Entering Heaven Alive, and then it's a recording of the
Alive.
On the balcony at Third Man London when he opened it. Yeah.
So I got that for $49.
And it is gorgeous, and I'm probably gonna order
It's on
it.
Blue Splatter,
It's on Rough Trade.
Rough Trade. I said Rough
Oh, I saw
Trade
that.
to Colin accidentally.
I'm kind of in vinyl rehab right now.
I said that to him, and not 2 hours later, there's Rough Trade selling me records. That's what happened. My phone is listening to me. But anyway, it was a great deal, and I think if you're listening to this,
Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor, but you should pick that up. Looks fucking rad.
Also
So
not a
here's the thing:
sponsor.
I wanted to get the
I'm
indie
so
variant.
glad.
I wanted to get the indie
I'm
variant.
gonna go another
so I went to
episode
an
without a
indie-
new Patreon subscriber, and then you know what's going to happen? Rough Trade's getting blowed up. Fucking Lion's Choice. They're gonna be like, some podcast is talking about us. People keep ordering duffel bags of beef. This is definitely Hans right here.
Isn't that the next Blinded by Stereo record? Duffel
Duffel
bag
bags
of
of
beef.
beef.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen, I've made records with worse names.
Sure. I was in a band called the Non-Discernible Microbio-Inoculators. So there's
I
that.
hate you.
Why were you in that band? You should have quit that band.
We had it was fucking hilarious. We had a theme song. We're the non-discernible microbio-inoculators, and we're non-discernibly microbio-inoculating was the lyrics, and it was awesome. Anyway,
I you know what I don't normally say this, but I have to agree with Jake here. I hate you.
yeah, well, it's fine. Listen, then you guys have to like me. Jake's on a plane.
Like,
Oh, no.
Jake's on a plane. Oh, that is excellent. I love that so much.
Well, what do you say we wrap this up?
Yeah,
Let's do that.
My God, this has been good.
yeah.
Guys, make sure you catch up with who
Yeah.
I've been Jacob V. This has been Colin and Matt from Jesus Christ Supercar and Blinded by Stereo, and we're playing a festival this weekend with Flo Rida. Keep up with Blinded by Stereo on Bandcamp. This is a great way to order the LP if you don't have it. I have one down here. I should have held it up.
I'll fucking ship it to you.
Matt will ship it to you himself.
I will do it. And I usually put weird shit in the thing. I'll
He'll
write you a little note.
stuff it full of
I'll write
dog
you a little
food.
note. I'll write you a little note. Put a little dog food
He'll
in
breathe on it.
there.
On that note, Supercar has a 7-inch vinyl.
I have that down here too. I should have prepared. We have the stuff.
And
I
we
just want
will,
you to know it's real stuff. I own it.
We will also ship it to you on the Bandcamp.
See what I'm saying? And Bandcamp, if you're not familiar with Bandcamp, it's really worth the time as an audience member to go ahead and log into Bandcamp and figure out how to support your friends' bands on there, because they do really great stuff, and we get way more of the money than we get from anybody else.
Just
And-
order on Fridays as
yeah.
a rule.
Also, Fridays is also
First
a lot
Friday
of the
of the month.
time. Yeah.
So tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And when the economy's bad, they give us extra Fridays sometimes. So
Yeah.
Fridays is always a good day to order merch on Bandcamp from your favorite local band.
Not a sponsor.
It's a great way to get merch from any of the bands we've talked about here. Jacob V doesn't have any physical merch at this time.
What about the Yes Men?
Neither for the Yes Men. But the No Antics has merch incoming for July 8th. Blinded by Stereo has a record out. We have shirts, too. Are the shirts for sale on the Bandcamp?
I'll get on that.
We need to get
We
some
do
new
have shirts. You can get them at shows. Did we find out if we can sell merch on Saturday at the festival?
We can. They take a cut.
They take a cut of the fucking merch?
Yeah,
Take a cut
well,
of the merch.
Holy I'm not
welcome
doing
to
it.
the big time, my man.
I'm going to bring
Holy
records only, I think.
fuck. What?
I think we're going to bring records only and not the T-shirts because I don't want them.
What are we going to charge for them?
40,
What's the cut?
It's,
Yeah, don't tell me.
It's probably either 15 or 20%. So
yes.
Do we mark it up then?
yeah, that's
That's
why
what we have to
that's
do?
why shit costs so much at big shows. Is because they take
It's
a
like
big percent.
fucking Dippin' Dots are $11.
Yep.
We should bring Dippin' Dots to sell.
They want a cut of that though. Then the Dippin' Dots would be like $97, dog. $97
fucking-
Dippin' Dots. Jake's on a plane.
Jake's on a plane, baby.
Patreon.com/JacobV. JacobV.com.
Jake on me.
Jesus Christ Supercar. Blinded by Stereo. Love me.
Jake and Bake.
You got to Jake it and bake it. Caddyshack. Save a Life for 9. Pride Month. Whoop. I'm tired now.
I am too.
It's good.
You beat me up.
It's been a good one.
I feel like a dirty bird. You know what I saw the other day in someone's bathroom that looks so good? Dude wipes.
Oh yeah, dude wipes.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys on the dude wipes?
I
No,
know.
I-
I know of
I
dude
know of
wipes.
I've been getting these poverty wipes. They're lovely wipes, but they look like they're for a hospice patient. Like they're not cute at all. But these dude wipes are like they're extra large, flushable,
Yeah, they're flushable.
scented fucking
I think they're intended
pussy
to-
wipes, dog.
I think they're intended to take the place of a shower. A dude wipe.
Well, I need one right now. I showered yesterday.
Yeah, you should.
Did I
wipe-
shower today?
You should wipe it down.
I think it was I think it was late last night. I took a hot shower.
you should wipe it down.
I need to wipe it up and down.
Well,
I really
you-
got to get in the crease.
Yeah,
It's my creases.
Hey.
That's what stinks on me is my creases.
Stinks on
me, what stinks on me?
My creases.
My creases stink.
Hey, Matt, really fast. Where do bad Jakes go when they die?
Gel.
The Jake of Fire.
The Jake of Fire. They go to a place.
Hold
Full
on,
of fire.
Jacob Fire.
Oh,
Jacob Fire. Yeah.
A Jacob Fire. Where the bad folks go when
they're
they die? Don't go to
And
heaven
where the
angels-
Jacobs fly.
Oh, Jacob's fly. Go to a lake of fire.
No, they go to a
and fry.
Jake of Fire. You messed it up already, dude. Come on.
They're never going to sponsor